In the dawn of existence, before time itself had a name, heaven was a realm of perfect harmony, bathed in the light of the Creator. Among all the celestial beings, none shone brighter than Lucifer, the morning star. His beauty was unparalleled, his wisdom profound. He was the most magnificent of all angels, a testament to divine artistry. Close to him, in purpose and power, stood Michael, the great prince, whose name meant "Who is like God?" Michael was the embodiment of duty, his heart a fortress of unwavering faith and loyalty. But a shadow began to creep into the heart of the morning star. He looked at the throne of the Almighty and saw not a source of love, but an object of desire. Envy, a venomous serpent, coiled around his thoughts. Why should he, Lucifer, the most splendid of all creations, bow to another? The thought festered, growing from a whisper to a roar, corrupting his perfection. He began to see his own light, not as a gift, but as a right to rule. His discontent spread like a contagion. He whispered words of rebellion to other angels, painting a picture of a new dawn, a universe ruled by their own will, not by divine decree. He spoke of freedom, but his words were chains of arrogance. A third of the heavenly host, mesmerized by his charisma and convinced by his twisted logic, rallied to his side. They raised their banners against the established order, and the pristine peace of heaven was shattered. As the legions of the rebellious unfurled their dark wings, the celestial court was thrown into turmoil. Who would dare to stand against the morning star, the most powerful of all angels? It was then that Michael stepped forward. He bore no envy, no desire for power. His strength was not in his own might, but in his absolute devotion to the Creator. He saw Lucifer's rebellion not just as a challenge for a throne, but as an assault on the very fabric of love, order, and goodness that held existence together. With a cry that echoed through the cosmos, Michael drew his sword, a blade forged in celestial fire. "Who is like God?" was not a question, but a declaration, a battle cry that rallied the faithful. The loyal angels, their hearts steadfast, gathered behind him. The great war in heaven had begun. The skies erupted in a cataclysm of light and fury. It was a conflict not just of swords and spears, but of will and belief. Lucifer fought with the desperate rage of a being consumed by ego. Every strike was fueled by his ambition, his desire to prove himself supreme. His power was immense, a tempest of pride that threatened to overwhelm all. He was a vision of terrible beauty, a fallen star burning with destructive fire. Against this inferno of self-love, Michael was an immovable mountain of faith. He fought not for glory, but for duty. Each parry, each thrust of his sword was an act of pure loyalty. His strength flowed from a source far greater than himself. He was a conduit of divine justice, his movements precise, his spirit unbreakable. He saw the tragedy in his brother's fall. The battle raged across the celestial plains. Stars trembled and the heavens shook. Finally, the two archangels met, brother against brother, light against corrupted light. Their confrontation was the heart of the storm. For a moment, it seemed Lucifer's furious onslaught might prevail. But pride, his greatest weapon, was also his greatest weakness. It blinded him. Michael, seeing his opening, surged forward. His sword, blazing with righteous power, struck true. It was not a blow of hatred, but one of divine judgment. Lucifer was overcome, his dark legions scattered. The weight of his own pride became an anchor, dragging him down. Defeated and stripped of his glory, he was cast out. Like a bolt of lightning, the morning star fell from heaven, plunging from the heights of grace into the abyss. His fall created a chasm between the heavens and the depths, a wound in creation. As silence returned to the celestial courts, Michael stood, not in triumph, but in solemn duty. The war was won, but the cost was immense. A brother was lost, and a scar was left upon eternity. Michael's victory was a testament that true strength is found not in self-aggrandizement, but in humble service and unwavering faith. The battle is over, but the echo of that fall would reverberate through all of time. Thank you for watching. If you found this story compelling, please like, share, and subscribe for more tales from the annals of eternity.